Yesterday we saw Governor Nikki Haley of South Carolina get one of the biggest applause lines of the night when she trumpeted her state's voter identification law. A law that was so harsh that the Justice Department blocked it. It was kind of bad timing for Haley because literally on the day that she was speaking, the court case was going on back in South Carolina, and it's not going very well for the state. The state was forced to admit that they don't have any evidence of voter fraud. Some racist emails to the bill's author were turned up. So it was interesting timing, but it was also noticeable that it was actually really was one of the biggest applause lines of the night. I mean, people stood up, they cheered. Certainly in her speech, it was the biggest applause line. But it was a very active day yesterday for voter ID stuff. We covered a protest against voter suppression in Centennial Park, which is about 2 miles away from the convention center. A lot of young people, a lot of people of color protesting the suppression that they see from Republicans gathered downtown. And then we also staked out a fundraiser where a lot of big Republican names were there to celebrate this Republican super lawyer, Cleta Mitchell, who has been very active in these voter registration battles. What's also interesting is that as the convention is going on here in Florida, a judge downstate struck down one of Florida's most pernicious voter suppression laws. And that law basically made it impossible for third-party groups like Project Vote or the League of Women Voters to sign up new voters. And so this led to a huge gap in voter registration between Republicans and Democrats. Just this morning here, as the Republicans are celebrating their voter suppression efforts at the convention, this judge put a stop to that and said, you know, these are too harsh, they're unfair. And now it seems like going forward, groups like the League of Women Voters can start registering voters once again. I don't imagine we'll see too many more mentions of voter ID from the stage, if only because there are no more politicians like Haley who have been directly involved in voter suppression efforts scheduled to speak. But from the response we saw yesterday, I think it's safe to say that it's something that really fires up the Republican crowd.